Welcome to the second formula of this course, which is about creating a steamy opt-in form that can lure your visitors in. Now, what is an opt-in form? We have talked about it in the first formula for a little bit, and here we're going to explain to you then what is an opt-in form. Now, an opt-in form is any sort of form which you use on your website to collect the data of your visitors who are not buying or directly fulfilling the objective of your website, but rather came for a different purpose, and you do not let them go without taking any action on your site. Thus, you use an opt-in form to capture their data so you can engage with them and nurture them to become a paid customer or fulfill the direct objective of your website. That's what an opt-in form is. Now, opt-in forms works brilliantly on websites to increase the conversion of customers who are not willing to buy at that moment, but maybe later on, or interested at seeing your offers later on, or any sort of information you're providing. They could be interested in a lot of other areas of your website except buying. So what you do, you get the information and you talk to them, but is it so easy to just create an opt-in form and start capturing the contacts or information of those customers who are not willing to buy on your website at that time and were just about to leave, and you just show an opt-in form and get the contact information in your list? Is it so easy? It is, but not that much easy as I'm saying it is. There are some catches in it. Now, this is what you have to follow when you're using an opt-in form. Here it is. Here are the top 7 reasons we found out in our research which actually causes opt-in forms to fail. Now, the first thing is bad design. If your opt-in form is not designed properly, that doesn't match with your site, neither is not catchy, it's not going to work. It doesn't matter whether your visitor is highly interested in your content, and he will not opt in if the opt-in form design is poor. The second thing is bad content. Now, on your form, if the content which you're using is not catchy, is not relevant, does not provide value, does not create interest, then that's not going to work. The third thing is slow loading time. Now, if the opt-in form takes too much time to load or your website has issues, then again, it's not going to work. Then lack of integration. If your opt-in form cannot be integrated with your email marketing software, whatever software you're using, then it's not going to be that much helpful. Then the fifth thing is lack of editing option. Now, you're using an opt-in form, but the platform where you are actually able to edit it, if that doesn't have enough options to edit or customize the form, again, that's not going to work. And the sixth thing is a difficult interface to understand when you're editing. Now, whatever platform you're using to launch an opt-in form, if the dashboard or the system interface is too difficult to understand, it's going to take a lot of time to create an opt-in form. So, it's going to harm your campaign anyway. So that's one of the points which you need to be concerned about before you're using any opt-in form platform. Now, here is an example of a bad opt-in. Now, as you can see, it's badly designed, got very uninteresting content that is not actually attracting the reader, and it's not going to work to convert a visitor who doesn't want to buy at that time. So this is an example of a bad opt-in form. Now, here is an example of a great opt-in form. As you can see, it's beautifully designed, got some great contents here, and this is type of opt-in forms that actually work to attract customers to get into your mailing list by opting in by their own will. That's how it works. Now, the big question is, how do you make an opt-in form that actually complies with all the rules and you are able to do it in just few clicks without that much hassle and maintaining everything and eventually deploying an opt-in form that can actually convert those part of customers who are not buying on your website and making them willingly, happily get into your mailing list, so when you email them back, they reply happily and they actually wait for email. So how do you make an opt-in form like that? This is how you do it. Okay, to create a great opt-in form, a steamy opt-in form that can convert your visitors into a happy contact in your mailing list, all you got to do is just sign into your Omnikey account. Now, if you do not have an Omnikey account, all you got to do is just visit the Omnikick's pricing page. From here, you can select any of these plans that can suit you. Like if you got one site, you can get started with this plan. If you got 2 sites, you can get started with this plan. And if you have 5 sites, then you can get started with the Pro Plus plan. And all you gotta do is just create an account from any of this. All you gotta do is just create an account. All you gotta do is just create an account by selecting any of these packages which will fit to your needs, and you'll have all these features with these packages. So all you gotta do is just click on Start Trial, and it will take you to the sign up page, and all you got to do is just fill out this application form here. And once you're done, just hit on continue and you'll get started. Now, all these are required if you do not have an Omnikey account. Now, if you have an Omnikey account, creating an opt-in form is just a piece of cake. Let me show you how you do that. Now, let me get out of this page, and this is the sign-in page here. Now, let me sign in. This is how you sign in. You put your username, then password here, and click on sign in. There you go. It will take you straight to the dashboard. Okay, and this is basically the dashboard where you'll be able to find a detailed information on your campaigns. Now, Omnikey does offer push notification service as well, which I will talk about in a later tutorial. But in this tutorial, we will learn how to create an opt-in form, so we'll stick to that. Find all the information required to understand how your campaigns are working, so it's very effective for your email marketing or list building campaign. Now, when you sign in to your Omnikey account, the first thing you'll see is this, the dashboard. If you're new sign up, if you've just created an Omnikey account, then this will be blank, all these things will be 0. Now, after logging in, after landing on the dashboard, click on this icon here that says opt-in funnel. You click on it. Okay. Now at the top, you'll see this option that says create a new opt-in funnel. Now when you click on it, it will take you to the page. You'll see different type of opt-in forms which you can create just by a few clicks without any coding skills required. Now you can see there's a pop-up opt-in box, there are full screen welcome gates, there are slider opt-in boxes, and there are inline opt-in boxes and also floating bars. But in this formula, we'll learn how to create a pop-up opt-in box, which are the most common and the most famous one to generate leads or build an email list that is responsive. So when you select pop-up opt-in box, it will load all the pre-designed templates in the Omnikey account here. Now, all these templates are not just randomly designed. All these templates have been built after analyzing millions of data points from thousands of our users around the world. Now, they have been using, randomly all these templates for thousands of their websites, and we have been able to identify significant data points which helped us to understand the conversion areas. And we use those data to design these great templates, I must say. Now, to create an opt-in form, all you got to do is just select any of these templates from here, whichever you like, okay? Now, you can see there are templates which does not have any fields to fill up, and you can use these templates for just simple downloads. Like you can share a white paper of your business, like you can share a white paper or a report or a statistic or any sort of data that can help your audience and build a reputation for yourself and provide some value and educative information to your customers. And you can simply share that file without even asking your customers to provide any of the information, and you can use this templates to do that very easily. Now, let's say you just want a simple pop-up form to get started. You just want some leads, effective leads who will be responsive, who will talk to you, who will be happy to get back to you when you email them. You want those kind of emails, and you need a great pop-up form to do that. So what do, you select, let's say, this template over here. This is one of the most famous templates we have here, which has been very popular in the United States. Now, when you click on this option that uses template, there you go. Now, this is one of the pop-up forms. Now, on the right, this is the edit panel. Here you can customize this opt-in form the way you want. But before I show you that, here is an option which I must show you, that is switch template. Now, let's say when you open up the form on the edit panel, you do not like the appearance. You may be thinking that, okay, no, it's good, but you may want something different. So do you have to go back to the funnel list? No. All you got to do is just click on this option, that's switch template. When you click on it, you can select or switch the template, from this list. It just takes one click. So it's pretty simple here. Now, let's say, you want to continue with this. So what do? The first thing is this option, that's welcome. Here you can see there's a name field, and it says welcome. And at the top, it says address your subscribers by their name, and it's checkmark. Now, when you hover your mouse here, it says if you select this option, this opt-in funnel will address your subscriber by the name on the next visits. For example, is available on your website, and I just visited your site and I gave my name and email and subscribe, opted in. The next time when I will be visiting your website, the pop-ups or whatever funnels you have on your site, Omnikick will recognize it. If you're using Omnikick, then Omnikick will recognize my second visit automatically and address me by my name if you keep this option selected. This is one of the options which is used for personalization here at Omnikick, but I will talk about this in details later down this course. So let's stick to this opt-in form right now and show you guys how you can create this opt-in form and launch it on your site. Now, let me, for this moment, take this option off from here so that it does not distract you in this formula that is creating an opt-in form. Now, this is a plain and simple opt-in form which you'll find in most of the sites in the world. All the billions of websites you have in the world right now, you'll find this you'll find opt-in pop-ups in most of them. So this is a typical opt-in pop-up which billions of websites are using to generate leads, hot leads, valid leads, or responsive leads, whatever you call them. Now, let's change this content over here. Now, this is a pre-made content what we have. You may want to change it for which matches to your site and the article or on the page, the type of content you have, it needs to be matched with that, right? So let's say you change it from here. You click on it and there is the edit box. You can change the text size from here. Okay, pretty easily. The text type, color, make it bold, italic, or even insert a link. Pretty cool, right? Now for the moment, let's keep it as it is right now, okay? And let's work on this second line here. And you can edit the second line too from this text box. And then you can work on this place where you can change the text color from this place, even edit the button color. See? Like this. Pretty easy. And also, you can edit the background color like this. And then you have the cookie duration. Now, when you hover your mouse over here, it says show this opt-in funnel again after the cookie duration if the user denied to opt in. So it explains right over here that what this thing is. Now, for the sake of better understanding, I will make it 0. Okay, this is the next step of cookie duration where it shows the next step or repeated step after the cookie duration if the user opted in successfully. So this is how you can actually configure it. And I kept this thing 0 over here only so that it's easier for you guys to understand how this works. You can actually customize this place according to your needs. You can set it up, 2 days, or in fact you can keep it 0 and make it an hour. Or you can even keep it 0 and make it in minutes. The same way, it works right over here as well. It's pretty amazing, right? You won't find this option, in other platforms in this way, in this customized way. So you can definitely make the most use out of this option. Now here, if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll find this option which says enable privacy checkbox. This is very important, guys. If you're collecting leads, if you're generating leads, then you have to comply by the rules. Now, when you click on this option, this will appear. And this is one of the GDPR, the General Data Protection Rule requirements, that you take the consent, the permission of the customer, the visitor, or your audience, whatever call them, that they are giving their data to you. And you are acknowledging that you are going to protect the data. This is a standard practice, right? Now, when you check this up, this box will appear. And you are also enabling the privacy policy. If you don't want it, you can simply uncheck it. But it's recommended that you keep it in this way. And now there's a branding of Omnikick, which you can remove by clicking on this option. See, it's gone. So like this, you can edit and customize the opt-in form, okay, from the edit panel. And once you're done with it, you can move on to the next step, that's edit success message. Now you can keep this thank you page as it is right now, okay? But if you want it differently, then all you got to do is simply click on this drop down. Now, if you want the visitor to be redirected to a new page right after subscribing, just click on this option and put your desired URL. Let's say right after subscription, you want the visitor to check out your pricing. You can put the URL of your pricing page here. And your visitor, right after he subscribes, he will land straight into the URL, which you'll put over here in this box. And then, let's say you don't want this. You just want to close and reload the existing page from where you got the lead. So you keep this option. Or you can select this option and choose this thing. And it will close the opt-in right away, right after your visitor opts in. So once you're done with all these things, customizing all these things, move on to the display rules. Now, when you click on the display rules, now at the top, you'll see this options which says, when should this opt-in funnel appear? Now, at the top, you'll find all this option which says after X seconds. Now, this means when you click on it, the number which you'll put in over here, existing number is 10. So if you put it 1, 2, 3, 100, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 6, whatever that is. Whatever number you put over here, I have entered 1, and that will be converted into seconds, and that will be the duration which the opt-in form will take to load up. Now, if you scroll down, there are abandoned intent. There are after scrolling down 0%, which you click on it, it says 50%. Now you can increase it to 100 or 1 or 2 or 50. This is a scroll pop-up, on the page where you set it up. If the visitor is scrolling down, after 50% the pop-up will appear. Then you have sleep sensor and also two-step opt-in links. Now, you can choose any of this option and deploy a pop-up on your website. And now I'm going to show you how you can do that. Let me show you content here that is, okay, I'm doing it live for you guys, so just hold on. Okay, let me just get a piece of content from our own blog. Okay, how to boost traffic with the right content plan. Everyone needs traffic, right? You got a website, you need traffic. And content plans, a good content plan can generate a lot of traffic for your website. Trust me, guys, it's tested, it's proven. Now, for example, you want this pop-up to appear on this page. Let's say you want an engaged visitor to see this pop-up and opt in. And an engaged visitor would be scrolling down at least 50% and go through this information over here. So what you do, you set it up 50%, okay? And then you scroll down, then under this option, that's who should see this funnel, you select this option. That's the visitor is on specific pages. Now when you click on it and click on this drop down, select this option, that's an exact match. Select this option. And then you go onto the content and only copy the path area of this URL. Copy this, go back to your Omnikick account and paste it over here. Okay? Now, you click on save and publish. Successfully saved and published. Now, if you exit, now before you exit, what you can do is simply change the name of the funnel. That is content plan. Okay? Now, click on save and publish again. And now exit. You can change the name actually right at the beginning. It's not that important. You can do that actually to keep a track of all your funnels. So here you go. Here's one of your funnels is just being live and it's published. Now let's test it up. Okay. Let's reload the page. And there you go. We have a great opt-in form right in front of us, which can grab the attention of your customers and they will be happy to give the information to you and opt in. Now, your customers will need to check this up, put the name like this. Let me put my name here and my email address. And that's it. There you go. Pretty easy, right? So I've just opted in. Now let me check it up. Let me load this page. Contacts. There you go. It's right over here. You can see all the contacts and all the information which you collect from the opt-in funnels here at Omnikey. You can see the entire list, okay? The first visit, the last visit, and the session as well, you know? And you'll have all this filtration option as well to filter out your leads. Moreover, you'll be able to download all this data in CSV as well and upload it to your own server, or, you know, you can also use it for different purpose. So this is how you create an opt-in form and put it on your website. It's pretty simple. And so this is really easy to create an opt-in form just in few clicks, and less than a minute you can put it on your website live and start generating real, usable, and responsive emails from your real customers. So this is how you use Omnikick to create an opt-in form in just few clicks and start converting that part of visitors who are not willing to buy on your website at that time, and rather convert them into your mailing list and make them a fan instead. So I hope you guys enjoyed this formula, and opt-in forms are a great way to convert your abandoning visitors. There's no alternative to opt-in forms, so I really hope you are going to use this formula and start creating your opt-in forms right now. Thanks for watching.